this is the contraption I talked about. Hey, Dinglema Bingle. Good to see you, man. You missed the Spelunky. We just ended that, and I'm about to end the stream, but I figured with the little time I have remaining, I'd show people my interesting contraption here. So, what this is all about is you can see the lava, you can see the honey, you can see the water in 3 separate tanks, and then there's 2 other tanks that you can also pump the liquids into. And by the way, yes, I do sacrifice dead shopkeepers when playing Spelunky. It's just sometimes I forget to. I always mean to. Sometimes I forget. So, what happens when the lava tank is a little bit low, like it is right now? Well, what I can do is I can hit this lever over here, and it starts pumping lava into the first sub-tank. And then, as soon as it is full, I'll give it a minute to do so. As soon as it's full, the lever below it will pump whatever's in tank 1 back to the lava tank. And if both of them are running at once, you're basically constantly pumping in both directions. And doing that will, over time, generate more lava. I hope everybody can see this okay. Yeah, it looks. I just checked the stream, so it looks good there. Now, it doesn't look like I'm generating much lava right now, and it looks like it's way lower than it would be. However, as soon as I turn off the intake, and you can see this little thing that lit up underneath it, that's basically kind of a safeguard just to let people know that, hey, this thing is on, or at least one of the levers is on. Be careful what levers you're hitting, because you can very easily screw this up, and you can pump things into the wrong tanks, and it will start combining in those top tanks, and it's a huge mess to have to deal with. Okay, so now let's get to the primary functionality, because that will work on all 3 of the different liquids. However, let's say that I need some obsidian. Well, what I need to do is use these little signs here. This is fast liquid in. Here's fast liquid out. What is this? There was a pickaxe malfunction. No one could have predicted this. Oh god, I'm sorry. Someone's left some vandalism on the... That's funny. Slow liquid in, slow liquid out. So the fast liquid needs to go on the tank on the left. The slow liquid needs to go on the tank on the right. So what I'll do is I'll pump in some water. And about that much is about what I want. Because a full sub-tank of lava is only worth about a half of a sub-tank of water. And then, on the other one, I'll hit the red one to pump in a bunch of lava. And this little thing right here in the middle is where they meet. You can turn that off and I have basically a full tank. Now I just start farming the obsidian. And I can have as much as I want. And when one side or the other runs out, I can just pump that back to the appropriate tank no matter where it ends up. I think the lava is going to end up drying up. But there is just a little tiny sheen of water that you do need to get rid of. So, because what's going to happen is if I pump some lava into the left tank, it'll actually like displace the pump there. So I need to pump this back to the water tank. So you can combine any liquid into with any other liquid in these sub-tanks. You can also see over on the... I don't think you can see my cursor. Oh wait, yeah you can. You can see over here, these 3 1-second timers let you know which tank is currently pumping. This one also as well. Actually, no, not which tank is pumping, which tank it's going to, in order, left to right. And yes, this is Terraria. Also, up at the top here are 2 1-second timers that will turn on and off, that will tell you which of the 2 tanks, again, going left to right, it is currently pumping to. So yeah, now I suppose you want to know how it's wired. This took me a long time to figure out, and I actually had to do a lot of offline planning with this, but this is the wiring setup. In fact, let me actually get down so you can see kind of the whole thing over there. Like, with 3 different colors of wiring, it works. It barely works. And you have to be very careful about where the inputs are, where the outputs are, where the wires cross. Honestly, it still doesn't do exactly what I want it to do, because what I would like for it to do is have these big these gem spark blocks that light up whenever a switch is thrown. I actually want them on top and bottom, and 2 tiles per. But just the way the wiring worked out, it just didn't really work. It was very, very strange. So it's a very, very complicated wiring setup, and it took me quite a few tries to get it right. But it does work, and like, I wish this was something that, like, I could give you a schematic for, and it would, like, I mean, you could probably just screenshot it. So yeah, anyway, that's what that's all about.